Hello, footballers. Welcome to Invest. Talk about investing, finance, and professional development. For today's times only, investment talk today will be Ethereum ticker ETH. So it's my second posting as of today. With respect to recording time of 12:41 p.m. on the Eastern time, Ethereum currently trading $3,450, down about 0.05% so far. With respect to overall crypto market, is again still trading on a sideways fashion, comparable to the momentum that we saw earlier today, this morning. So with respect to Ethereum, currently down about 0.01%, Bitcoin up about 0.62%, Dogecoin is down about 0.50%, trading down with a high propensity to go down to the 20 cents level, which again is a good dollar cost average level. Cardano's up about 0.23% with a high likelihood of going back down to, again, right at $2.05 level, as we are sustaining the level that we at right now. But it is the level is coming soon because of the RSI slowly depleting, and also the MACD is crossing downwards. Solana is up and away right now, mainly driven by public investors, and you could see that at one point today we hit all the way to 164. It's up to reverse back down to 161. So it seems like investors coming from public side are trying to linger on, hold on to the ledge to sustain Solana to try to attempt to go back up, right? Which technically would be, if you look at the technicals, would be the $197. Basically basically on the verge of hitting that $200 mark, right? But we know that this is not sustainable because of the fact that RSI is still overly bought at the moment, being at the 61 scale out of 70. So that's really, overbought in all levels right now, right? XRP, is still trading on a sideways fashion, comparable to other altcoin. Try to sustain at the level $1 basically, right? And I think as we hit $1, that could be an ideal level to buy, knowing the fact that we do have a consolidation zone. But if we break the $1, we are basically going to hit all the way down for a relatively sizable sell-off to the 78 and then respectively 68, right? So with respect to Ethereum, again, on the news front, I've been just reading up the news the last, I would say 4 or 5 hours so far, ever since my first posting. The first one is coming from Bazinga about 3 hours ago, talk about Dogecoin misses out, but these 3 cryptocurrencies has given over 5,000% return this year. So with respect to the 6 cryptocurrencies that they're talking about based on Bazinga, would be one is talking about with respect to Dogecoin has risen an impressive of 4,346.73% year to date as of Friday. Another one is Axie Infinity, crypto AXS, with respect to the surge of 11,310.62% on a year to date basis. And then Solana, which is something that we've covered so far, which is characterized as the so-called Ethereum killer, has soared by close to 8,100% so far this year. The other one is called Polygon, crypto MATIC, so ticker MATC, has surged to close to be about like 7,700% since January. And then the other one is Phantom, ticker FTM, has surged by 7,500% so far in 2021, and Terra surged about 5,881% so far. So just another regurgitation talking about how the altcoin market has been surging, and these are parabolic moves, right? As these are oftentimes the pseudo options for crypto investors to be chasing the pump, right, with the hype, and also at the same time, these altcoins typically demand a relatively lower price entry, with respect to the per coin price, and when there's a low cost with the lower price sensitivity, investors typically would be chasing at that, and also they're more prone to obviously media manipulations that subsequently drive these type of crazy returns, right, up about 11,000%. That's just crazy. These are like astronomical numbers, right? And then another one, talk about Bazinga again, another regurgitation news about 7 hours ago, about $1.2 billion of Ether disappeared from exchange yesterday, or did it? So this is another media manipulations. I would say it's more of embellishment because the numbers need to be double checked, right? Because I think they talk about the volume of being exchanged rather than actually being burnt. Because you also have to adjust for the coins being exchanged from one wallet to another wallet, or exchanges just from friends to another friend, or also at the same time, obviously purchasing volume at the same time, right? So how do you dissecting these three different types of portions? I frankly don't know how they're calculating the 1.2, right? Maybe they're just taking the whole sum without making the adjustments, which is basically misrepresentation, if you may, right? And that's pretty much it on the news front. So nothing really more, substantive news, if you may, just more repeating itself. So with respect to current momentum right now, we are trading on sideways fashion. We know that the next level is technically the 3,843, and we are selling down a little bit, just kind of hovering on a sideways fashion, not doing much. You could see that MACD is still in the propensity of crossing downward right now, so it's still in the negative zone in terms of the inertia of keep pushing up, right? On the RSI perspective, we have the 52.54 out of 70. So we're still leaning more towards like the, higher level of overbought in comparisons to oversold. We're in the kind of a higher neutral level, if you may. So I'll still kind of way off, right? Because for you to buy now, you just have to hold for a long term. We're basically at the resistance levels at the moment right now. But it's either we go down to 3,150 or go up to 3,843, which is the next level of resistance, right? I think the likelihood of actually going back down will be more likely, knowing the fact that with respect to volatility that we should be expecting coming up on the 22nd and 23rd, right, with the FOMC meeting on how the Fed's going to be triangulating the tapering plan going forward, and obviously the crypto initiatives that they've been doing, right, putting the crypto bills, the revisions for the infrastructure bills, stable coins initiative that Janet Yellen has been initializing, and et cetera, right? And just as we heard Gary Gensler basically talking negatively towards crypto as a whole. So something we have to be mindful of, the volatility that's definitely in play. I think the upcoming days next week will be relatively volatile, so definitely mentally prepare yourself. And to stay within the frames of reference, looking at the psychology chart, we are within the anxiety and denial stage, so it's a reason why we're seeing these sideways oscillations, which is kind of like a FOMO effect onto investors. Like people typically would like to buy when you see that, oh my god, the opportunity cost is so high that I'm missing out on this 2% gains today. But it doesn't work like that, right? Because you could lose this 2% just as fast in a blink of an eye with the manipulations that we've been experiencing so far, right? So we are within the zone right now, and to stay within the frames of reference is to stay logical in the frames of entry price, right? 3,000, 2,750, 2,450. But if you really want to get rid of the FOMO feeling, you could buy now. I welcome people to be buying now and hold for long term, because technically you could buy now as a discount. If you compare that 10 years from now, you're looking back, you would think yourself you know what, I did a good job, by just holding for a long term, because patience will ultimately pay off with the correct and the logical value proposition, which I believe Ethereum has, right? So with respect to the next 12 months, 9,800, 3.3 times your money from here, which is not a bad return if you hold it for just the next 12 months. Right? Just keep going through your course of cadence on a daily basis. Don't look at your app all the time, right? These short-term volatilities will happen, but just stay within the division, stay within your mission, and subsequently in the long-term wise, you'll gain that long-term capital gains that you're looking for to help out your family and pursue the goals and the dreams that you're looking for in the future in your life, right? So hopefully this is helpful. This is my second update before I head out to my beautiful day in New York City to spend with my family and my dog Finn, if you may. I'll invite him to one of these videos someday. I think he's actually out in a dog park right now, running with his friends. So really appreciate you, and stay tuned for his coming up. Take care.